Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. So, in last class, we spoke about the diagram of the heart, how to draw a decent heart, the structure, and the anatomy of the heart. Today, we're gonna talk about the blood flow through the heart, a little bit about the circulatory system. One of the most important things that we need to know that the heart have blood vessels, arteries, and veins. Veins are blood vessels containing blood flowing to the heart. The arteries are blood vessels containing blood that flows from the heart. I'm gonna write them and take a screenshot or something.
A few moments later.
So the blood vessels of the heart are the veins and arteries. Now we're gonna talk about the blood flow through the heart. To demonstrate this, we have to draw a heart. If you want to know how to draw a decent heart, there's a link down in the bio. Tadaa! Okay, so this is the heart. We have the 4 chambers of the heart. This is my left side and this is my right side. So this is the left and this is my right. So to start the blood flow, the deoxygenated blood, the blood that is not rich of oxygen, comes from the lower limbs and from the trunk through the inferior vena cava. And the deoxygenated blood that comes from the upper part of the human body, from the head and neck and upper limbs, comes through the superior vena cava. And both ends here in the right atrium. I'm so awkward. And this is the inferior. And this is the deoxygenated blood that comes from the lower part and from the upper part. And they end up here in the right atrium. From the right atrium, they go to the right ventricle through this valve, the tricuspid valve. Now the function of the valve is to give the blood a one-way ticket, to not go back to the same chamber. So this is the tricuspid valve. So the blood moves to the right ventricle and ends up here. So the blood, by the way, the blood that comes from the lower part ends up here in this hole. This hole is related to the inferior vena cava. So when the deoxygenated blood reach the right ventricle, a pressure will happen and they will go through the pulmonary artery. No, in the black. Now the function of the pulmonary artery, by the way, it's subdivided into 2. This is the left side and this is the right side. The pulmonary artery, the left pulmonary artery and the right pulmonary artery. The function of the pulmonary artery is to transfer this blood to the lungs. This one to the left lung, and this pulmonary artery, the right pulmonary artery, is to the right lung. The deoxygenated blood flows. It goes here. And it goes here. Once the deoxygenated blood in the lungs, a gas exchange will occur. They're gonna leave the carbon dioxide and pick up oxygen. And once they pick up oxygen, they're going back to the heart by these veins, the pulmonary veins. These veins from the left lung and these veins from the right lung. and this vein ends up here. So the blood flows from the lungs by the pulmonary veins, and from this side ends up here. They both end in the left atrium, where they exit by this valve, the bicuspid or the mitral valve. Okay, that's right there. So the blood flows from the left atrium to the left ventricle. It exits and ends up here by the bicuspid or mitral valve. The pressure in the left ventricle is higher than the pressure in the right ventricle. But in the babies, it's the opposite. In the babies, the pressure is higher in the right ventricle. So the blood will be here, and the right and the left. So the rich oxygenated blood flows through the aorta. This is the ascending part, all of this part. This part in the middle is the arch of the aorta. There is no much space. And this part to the posterior side of the heart is called the descending part. It's gonna be like this, but in the posterior side. This is the descending part. So basically, the ascending part is gonna transfer blood all over the body by the arch of the aorta, and the descending part. The descending part will transfer blood to the lower extremities and to the trunk. The arch of the aorta, these arteries, will transfer blood to the upper part, to the head, to the neck, to the upper limbs, and the thoracic part. I don't know why am I shaking my boobs, aka my breasts, right now. This is the blood flow of the heart. I hope that you like this video. Like and subscribe, and maybe share this video if you find it useful. See you later in another video. Peace.